Hello, I'm Stuart Ville, and this is the Game Dev London podcast. And today, my guest is another host of the Game Dev London podcast, Quang from Asobi Tech. Without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Quang to introduce himself and let you know more about him.
Hey, so my name's Quang. I'm part of a micro studio, Asobi Tech. That's me and my brother. My brother does the art. I pretty much do everything else, hence why I'm in front of the camera. He's not. Asobi Tech itself actually been running for about 13 years. It was kind of like me coming back to video games, but it's taken a very long time for me to relearn everything. So I guess we've only really been active as a game studio in the last 5 years. And then this year, I've just gone full time doing this, so it's been a long road, to say the least.
That's crazy cool, and yeah, it sounds like So I know you've been in the industry for quite a long time.
Sure.
So let's actually start with that. What was your first role in the industry?
So my actual first role was way back in 2000 when I was a young wee lad, and I was making Game Boy games in my spare time. I made a game on the internet. Some guy saw it and went, "I'll have to cut your jib. Would you like a job making Game Boy Color games?" And I thought, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. So I quit university and went to the game. Went to do a job making Game Boy Color games for this guy. Did that for about a year. We worked on originally the conversion of Revolt, which was a racing game that was on N64, PC, Dreamcast. And we were doing the Game Boy Color version of that. That unfortunately got cancelled right near the end, as things do. And then a little bit later on, we got the contract to do Lego Stunt Rally, which is a wonderful track building game with Lego. We did a Game Boy version of that. I unfortunately, just before the end that ended, I burned out quite hard. I crashed and burned. I was young. I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't looking after myself. So yeah, it didn't go very well for me. Then I went away for, I don't know, 8-10 years. I was a breakdancer for about 8-10 years, amongst other things, before coming back to do Asobi Tech.
A breakdown? I didn't know that, or maybe I had heard that, but it hadn't quite sunk in until you just said it. That's quite a change. Was that just something that you were like almost hobbying in the background and then thought maybe I could do this? So were you like a professional b-boy or semi-professional b-boy?
Yeah, we did show. We got paid to do breakdance, so I guess that makes you professional, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I lived the life. We trained 6 to 8 hours every day, 5 days a week at least. Then we did shows, battles. We won the UK champs in, I want to say 2004. I might be wrong. I'll have to double check that. But Sprite Urban Games we won. We were UK champs for a year. That was cool. So yeah, I was a professional dancer. I've always been a firm believer in a healthy body and a healthy mind. So I've always been relatively quite active. When I was younger, I wanted to be a stuntman.
All right.
So it was either make video games or be a stuntman.
Good combo.
So yeah, I've always tried to stay physically healthy, and I quite enjoyed doing extreme things. And breakdancing was one of the extreme things that I thought that'd be cool. Let's do that, and I did that for a while.
So when it comes to retro games, obviously there's a rich history of retro games. What would you say is the importance of retro games in today's games industry?
I think there are lessons to be learned from retro games for sure. The stuff we make is obviously heavily influenced by retro gaming. You can look at arcade and console games where they would have to grab a person's attention straight away, because you'll be walking through an arcade and the arcade game will be the one that wants your coin. And through playing it for the first time, you want them to enjoy themselves. You want them to be engaged. So this can only happen if they know what they're doing. So you almost have to build a tutorial into the game. Mario Level 1-1 has been talked about over a million times about how beautiful it is as a tutorial level. Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo, it has a beautiful level 1. And there are many examples of it, of level 1 being this perfect introduction to your game that will draw you in and have you heavily invested into playing it more and more. And think we need to take that away from it. for modern gaming. We need them to be accessible. We need you to draw them in from the get-go. You have really one chance of doing it, because if someone plays your game, doesn't quite get the first level, dies, or doesn't know what they have to do, they will leave your game and not come back. So you have to get that right. And on top of that, iteration, we've seen it time and time again. All the classic franchises have been iterated over and over again. There's so many versions of Tetris, as we've seen before. Mario is a great franchise. Mario Kart franchise has got better and better and better. As much as I'm not a fan, but the FIFA football games have got better year on year out. Sometimes the increments aren't so huge, but that's how it can go on a 1 year cycle. Obviously, the Call of Duty games, anything that's had a long running franchise, you can see the iteration. Even games from the same studio. So Platinum Games, I'm a big fan of their work. You can see the lineage through their games, from Bayonetta, Mad World, Bayonetta, the Transformers game, and so forth. You can see they're refining their craft, and iteration is so important. You need to go back and polish it a bit more, get those edges smoother, and retro gaming has done that so well.
Thank you for watching this clip of the Game Dev London podcast. I've been your host, Stuart Ville. You can find the full audio version at gamedev.london, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And until next time, see you in the chats.